The 21st century is often called the Asian century. A rising tide of economic dynamism and geopolitical power is transforming the region. At the heart of this shift are two nations with a rich and complex relationship, India and Singapore. Understanding their historical ties, political alignments, and economic connections is crucial. It provides a lens through which to grasp the evolving dynamics of the Asian century. India, with its vast size and population, is a rising giant. Its democratic traditions and growing economy make it a pivotal player on the global stage. Singapore, an island nation known for its efficiency and strategic location, stands as a beacon of economic success. It serves as a hub for trade, finance, and innovation in Southeast Asia. The interplay between these two nations goes far beyond simple bilateral relations. It reflects the broader trends shaping Asia and the world. As we delve into their shared history, political dialogues, and economic partnerships, we'll uncover the layers of this multifaceted relationship. By doing so, we can better anticipate the future trajectory of both nations and their impact on the Asian century.
The story of India and Singapore is woven from threads that stretch back centuries. Long before the arrival of European colonialism, maritime trade routes crisscrossed the Indian Ocean. These sea lanes carried not only goods, but also ideas and cultural influences. Indian merchants, scholars, and adventurers traveled to Southeast Asia, leaving their mark on the region's cultural tapestry. Singapore, strategically located at the crossroads of these ancient trade routes, emerged as a natural point of connection with India. The island's early history is intertwined with the rise of powerful empires in India, such as the Chola and Pallava dynasties. These empires exerted influence through trade and cultural exchange, leaving an enduring legacy in Southeast Asia. The arrival of European colonial powers in the 16th and 17th centuries reshaped the relationship between India and Singapore. The British East India Company established trading posts in India, gradually consolidating its control over the subcontinent. In 1819, Sir Stamford Raffles, a British official, recognized the strategic importance of Singapore. He established a trading post that would eventually become a crown colony.
While political and economic ties form the bedrock of the India-Singapore relationship, a vibrant cultural connection adds depth and dynamism. This human dimension is woven through the shared history and contemporary interactions of these two nations. It's visible in the bustling streets of Singapore, where the aroma of Indian spices fills the air, and vibrant festivals like Diwali light up the night. Singapore is home to a significant Indian diaspora, a vibrant community that has played a pivotal role in the nation's development. This community, with its deep-rooted cultural traditions and entrepreneurial spirit, forms a living bridge between India and Singapore. Through their businesses, cultural organizations, and everyday lives, they keep the connection alive and evolving. Beyond the physical presence of the diaspora, cultural exchange flows in both directions. Indian cinema, music, and dance enjoy immense popularity in Singapore. Bollywood films, in particular, have found a devoted following, further strengthening the cultural links. This cross-pollination of artistic expression deepens mutual understanding and appreciation.
The arrival of European colonialism in Asia irrevocably altered the trajectory of both India and Singapore. For centuries, these regions thrived on trade, cultural exchange, and shared histories. The British East India Company ushered in an era of exploitation and control. India became the crown jewel of the British Empire. The company expanded its influence, assuming political and administrative control. Economic exploitation and suppression of local industries marked their rule. Singapore, at the Malay Peninsula's tip, attracted British attention. Sir Stamford Raffles established a British settlement in Singapore in 1819. Singapore transformed into a bustling entrepot under British rule. India and Singapore shared common colonial experiences. Both experienced foreign rule, resource exploitation, and cultural suppression. These shared experiences fostered solidarity and understanding in post-colonial development. Section 2. The Independence Movements, Parallel Journeys. The 20th century saw powerful independence movements across Asia as nations sought freedom from colonialism. India and Singapore, though distant, embarked on parallel journeys towards self-determination. India's struggle was marked by peaceful protests and civil disobedience. Leaders like Gandhi and Nehru inspired millions. The Indian National Congress led the movement for self-rule. Singapore's path was significant, shaped by One Tu and leaders like Lee Kuan Yew. Post One Tu, Singapore sought self-governance. Lee Kuan Yew led Singapore to self-governance in 1959. In 1965, Singapore became a fully independent republic.
Section 3. Post-colonial partnerships, forging new ties. The post-colonial era presented both India and Singapore with unique challenges and opportunities. Emerging from the shadows of empire, both nations sought to establish their place on the world stage. Despite differences, India and Singapore recognized the importance of cooperation and mutual support. India, under Nehru, adopted non-alignment, seeking its own path in the Cold War. Nehru envisioned India as a leading voice for developing nations. Singapore, under Lee Kuan Yew, focused on economic development and regional stability. Lee Kuan Yew prioritized rapid industrialization and a strong defense posture. He played a key role in forming ASEAN in 1967. India and Singapore found common ground in economic development and regional stability. They established formal diplomatic relations in 1965, shortly after Singapore's independence.
Section 4. The Rise of Asia, Shared Aspirations, Common Challenges. The late 20th and early 21st centuries witnessed a seismic shift in the global balance of power, with Asia emerging as a center of economic dynamism and geopolitical influence. India and Singapore, once colonies struggling for independence, found themselves at the forefront of this Asian resurgence, their destinies intertwined with the region's extraordinary rise. India's economic liberalization in the 1990s unleashed a wave of growth, transforming the nation into a global economic powerhouse. Singapore, already a regional economic hub, leveraged its strategic location, skilled workforce, and business-friendly environment to attract foreign investment and become a global leader in trade, finance, and innovation. The rise of China as an economic and military power presented both opportunities and challenges for India and Singapore. Both nations recognized the importance of engaging with China constructively, seeking to benefit from its economic growth while also managing potential strategic competition. India and Singapore also deepened their defense and security cooperation, recognizing the need to maintain a stable regional balance of power.
Shared democratic values, a foundation for cooperation. India and Singapore stand as beacons of democracy in Asia, their political systems founded on representative government, the rule of law, and respect for individual rights. This shared commitment to democratic values forms a bedrock of trust and understanding. Strategic alignment, navigating a multipolar world. The 21st century is marked by the rise of a multipolar world, with power shifting towards a more dynamic global order. India and Singapore adopt pragmatic foreign policies, fostering cooperation while safeguarding their interests. India emerges as a leading power in the Indo-Pacific, deepening ties with Southeast Asia. Singapore plays an outsized role in regional and global affairs, leveraging its strategic location and economic prowess. Both nations advocate for dialogue, diplomacy, and peaceful resolution of disputes. Defense and security cooperation, ensuring regional stability. The Indo-Pacific region faces a complex and evolving security environment, with traditional and non-traditional threats ranging from maritime disputes and terrorism to cyber attacks and climate change. India and Singapore, recognizing the interconnected nature of these challenges, have deepened their defense and security cooperation in recent years. Bilateral defense ties have expanded significantly, with regular high-level exchanges, joint military exercises, and cooperation in areas like maritime security, counterterrorism, and cybersecurity. The signing of a defense cooperation agreement in 2005 provided a framework for closer collaboration. Singapore, with its advanced military capabilities and strategic location, plays a vital role in supporting regional maritime security. Its Changi Naval Base provides logistical support to foreign navies, including those of India and the United States, contributing to freedom of navigation and the maintenance of a stable maritime order. India, with its growing naval power and strategic interests in the Indian Ocean, seeks to play a more active role in safeguarding maritime security in the region. Its cooperation with Singapore, a key maritime hub, is seen as crucial in this regard. Section 4. Multilateral Engagement, Shaping the Global Agenda. India and Singapore are active participants in multilateral forums, recognizing that global challenges require collective action and shared solutions. They work together in organizations like the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, and the G20 to promote sustainable development, address climate change, and strengthen the rules-based international order. Both nations are strong proponents of multilateralism, believing that global challenges can be best addressed through dialogue, cooperation, and the rule of law. They have consistently advocated for a reformed and more representative United Nations Security Council, reflecting the changing realities of the 21st century. India and Singapore also play active roles in regional organizations like the Indian Ocean Rim Association, IORA, and the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multisectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, BIMSTEC, promoting economic integration and regional cooperation. Their shared commitment to multilateralism extends to areas like climate change, where both nations have pledged to reduce their carbon emissions and transition to cleaner sources of energy. They are active participants in international climate negotiations and have taken concrete steps to address the impacts of climate change within their own borders.
Section 1. Engines of Growth, Trade and Investment. The economic relationship between India and Singapore is driven by trade and investment, leveraging complementary strengths. Singapore serves as a gateway for Indian businesses, while India offers vast opportunities for Singaporean companies. Bilateral trade has grown steadily, encompassing a wide range of goods and services. The CECA, signed in 2005, has boosted trade ties, reducing tariffs and promoting economic integration. Investment flows have surged, reflecting growing confidence in each other's economic prospects. Singapore is a major investor in India, spanning sectors like infrastructure, manufacturing, and services. Indian companies are increasing their presence in Singapore, attracted by its stable environment and access to global markets. This dynamic exchange has created jobs, spurred innovation, and contributed to economic prosperity. As India and Singapore deepen their economic integration, their trade and investment ties are poised for greater growth. Section 2. Knowledge Partners, Innovation and Technology. India and Singapore are forging a dynamic partnership in innovation and technology, recognizing the transformative potential of these sectors. Both nations are home to vibrant startup ecosystems, world-class research institutions, and a skilled workforce, creating fertile ground for collaboration in fields like artificial intelligence, fintech, and biotechnology. Section 3. Financial Hub, Gateway to India-Singapore's strategic role. Singapore's position as a global financial hub and its close proximity to India have made it a natural gateway for Indian businesses seeking access to international capital markets. The city-state's robust financial system and deep pool of financial expertise have made it a preferred destination for Indian companies looking to raise funds and expand their global footprint. Section 4. Towards a digital future, collaboration in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. As the world enters the Fourth Industrial Revolution, India and Singapore are well positioned to leverage their strengths and forge a collaborative path towards a digital future. Both nations recognize the transformative potential of technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and IoT in driving economic growth and addressing global challenges.
Section 1. Contrasting trajectories. City-state versus subcontinent. Comparing India and Singapore is like juxtaposing a vibrant tapestry with an intricately crafted miniature, highlighting the diversity of development paths within Asia.
Section 2. Governance models. Efficiency versus inclusivity. The political systems of India and Singapore, while both rooted in democratic principles, reflect contrasting approaches to governance, balancing individual liberties with the need for order and efficiency. Section 3. Global footprints, niche player versus emerging power. On the global stage, India and Singapore project distinct yet increasingly influential profiles, leveraging their respective strengths to shape the global order. Section 4. Development paradigms, lessons and inspirations. The development journeys of India and Singapore offer valuable lessons for other nations, highlighting the importance of democratic institutions, social inclusion, and strategic planning. India's experience underscores the resilience of democracy, while Singapore's success highlights the transformative potential of good governance and innovation.
Balancing act navigating regional rivalries. While India and Singapore enjoy a robust relationship, navigating regional geopolitics requires a delicate balancing act. The rise of China as a dominant power in Asia has introduced strategic uncertainty, requiring both nations to carefully calibrate their engagements to maintain regional stability. Section 2. Economic friction points. Competition and protectionism. The robust economic relationship between India and Singapore has occasional friction points over trade practices and market access. Continued dialogue and engagement through bilateral and multilateral mechanisms will be crucial in managing these economic friction points. Section 3. Diaspora politics, a delicate bridge. The presence of a significant Indian diaspora in Singapore serves as a vibrant bridge between the two nations, but occasionally becomes entangled in diaspora politics. Managing these sensitivities requires open dialogue, cultural sensitivity, and a recognition of the multifaceted identities of diaspora communities.
Section 1. A partnership for the Asian century and beyond. The India-Singapore relationship stands as a testament to the enduring power of shared history, mutual respect, and a common vision for the future. From their ancient maritime connections to their modern-day partnerships in trade, technology, and diplomacy, these two nations have consistently found ways to leverage their complementary strengths and navigate the complexities of a rapidly changing world. As we look ahead, the India-Singapore partnership is poised to play an even more significant role in shaping the destiny of the Asian century. India's emergence as a global power, coupled with Singapore's continued success as a regional hub, creates a formidable synergy with the potential to drive innovation, promote economic growth, and enhance regional stability. The challenges facing both nations, from geopolitical uncertainties and economic headwinds to climate change and technological disruption, are significant. Yet, the India-Singapore partnership offers a beacon of hope, demonstrating that even amidst complex global challenges, collaboration, dialogue, and a shared commitment to progress can pave the way for a more prosperous and secure future. Section 2. Charting a course through shared challenges and opportunities. The years ahead will undoubtedly test the resilience of the India-Singapore relationship. Navigating the complexities of great power competition, managing economic friction points, and addressing the sensitivities of diaspora politics will require deft diplomacy, open communication, and a willingness to compromise. However, the potential rewards of a strong and vibrant India-Singapore partnership are immense. By deepening their collaboration in areas like trade, technology, and defense, both nations can enhance their economic competitiveness, strengthen regional security, and amplify their voices on the global stage. India's vast market and growing technological prowess, combined with Singapore's strategic location, financial expertise, and innovative spirit, create a potent combination with the potential to drive global progress in areas like sustainable development, digitalization, and climate action. The India-Singapore relationship, rooted in shared values, mutual respect, and a common vision for the future, is well positioned to navigate the challenges and seize the opportunities of the Asian century. By working together, both nations can contribute to building a more prosperous, secure, and sustainable future for their people and the world.